Alright, this is Travis Wayne Goodsell. It's President's Day still. I've done the call out to Mormons, so those of you who are against the Mormon Church will recognize that it's not for you. It's for Mormons. And Mormons will understand the message in that video. And yet, I'm still expecting, even though there's been 2 comments that I noticed here on YouTube, that I'll try to get to here. That's what my intention is, to get through my comments so I can get caught up. But I'm expecting to do a video tomorrow morning about Mormons being cowards, haters, and hypocrites. Oh my. So we'll see. There are a number of protests today down at the border, but protests don't do anything anymore. You have to have civil rebellion, civil rights movements, and our government has silenced those. And that's why we're having the problems we're having. It's because our government does not allow for people to have their rights. So anyway, that's not for this video. Alright, LDS Mormon Church Creation Story Errors, David Hogg. The creation of Earth was light. The creation of Earth before light was used in the 19th century as material for proving the Bible wrong. At that time, it was thought that Dude, seriously. I have no idea if he's for or against me yet, but already you've bored me to tears. I do not want to be informed by you. So don't come on to my videos and proclaiming your information. Alright. Peace flung off the sun. Now, of course, we know that the sun's matter shrank past the earth in its present form, and that the Bible is... Those writing the Bible would not have had the scientific knowledge to know this. Right? Because our current scientific processes were developed more recently. So whatever scientific processes were used by the Egyptians. I'm not talking about those of the 19th century, or even those around the time of Christ, and those after, when they created the biblical account in 800 AD, or those of Islam in 600 AD. Okay, so he's got nothing. He's just wanting to show off. David. So, I'm not going to reply to that. Alright, future of Mormonism is destruction. I gotta wear shades. If any of you are aware of 80s pop culture, I think it's 80s song, future so bright, gotta wear shades. You'll understand where I got that from. Alright, Guy Toe. Their keys are aging in a modern era of lock technology. Ooh, somebody's trying to be poetic here. I like it. They gotta upgrade their priesthood access capability. Well done, Guy Toe. Their supreme being's a busy being. Someone should prayerfully implore him to command his locksmith to manifest a set of updated keys. And see, this David Hogg, or however you pronounce the 2 G's, this is how you respond. See, this is information, but it's more entertaining. So, well done, Gaito. Oh, wait, there's another one here. David. It is an act of love to rescue Mormons from the LDS lies, deceit, and embedded racism. Okay, so far so good. Book of Mormon. Oh, he's using Book of Mormon. Good for you, David. And cursed shall be the... okay, so what's the point here? He's trying to use the racist passage about cursed be the seed of him who mixes with the white seed with black seed is what he's trying to point out here. The good Lord did not speak this racial rubbish. It was Joseph Smith. Huh? No, David. No. Brigham Young. See, read the whole Book of Mormon in context. Yes, it was well established in the culture of our original American colonies to enslave blacks, to eradicate Indians. That's the westward movement, was purposely designed to cause a genocidal extinction of American Indians. And this was the United States doing it. This was not Joseph Smith. See, if you read the Book of Mormon, and I'm not... you have to understand the difference here. Guys, do I have... Okay, it's just the lighting. I'm eating almonds, so I'm concerned I might have almond on my teeth. If you have a culture that doesn't care for other than white, how do you convince such a hateful culture to soften their hearts? And so what David is not understanding is that you cannot apply today's culture on the people of the past. And Joseph Smith knew this. And so Joseph Smith wrote the Book of Mormon to save blacks, free them from slavery, as well as Indians. I need to respond. People making me respond. Sorry, David. It is Brigham Young. Take another look at the early 1800 culture with the hatred toward blacks and native Indians. So what if I didn't capitalize it? The white colonists were intent on enslaving and exterminating both. go back to the Book of Mormon in its full context. And you will see that the book was trying to bridge the racial gap to protect blacks and Indians. Brigham Young blew up that attempted bridge. And instigated changes with his church to racism and murder. Okay. And so, yeah, there are also critics who say, oh, Joseph Smith was sending out missionaries to the Indians to breed with them and turn them white. Yeah. Yeah. Do you understand why? Because once they become white, guess what the colonists can't do anymore? The colonists can't exterminate them because they're just like them. So they have to find another reason, which in Utah, they've done it by saying, oh, you're poor. Okay, we'll punish you for being poor now. Do you understand that? Utah has, I can't remember the exact totals now, I could Google it, but I think it's 1.4% black, and just a little more of Latin American, Mexican. I know they like to have it specified, but it's dominantly white here in Utah. Dominantly. Like over 80% dominantly white. And so, you know, they don't have enough of other cultures to lock up in jail. So they have to find other people among the whites to fill up their jails. And that's the poor. And those who are either forced labeled as mentally ill, or those who are legitimately mentally ill. So I hope you understand that. There is hatred in Mormon Utah, but it's not Joseph Smith. Joseph Smith tried to bridge that gap to save blacks, to free them from slavery, and to save the Native American Indians who were being exterminated by the white people. Okay, lest we forget, Brigham Young did it. Again, David Hogg, I mean, my goodness, he's just going all out here. Whichever corner you poke about in, there are disgraceful lies and deceits. Mormons need our love, support, and prayers to get out, don't they? Yeah. Yes, they do. But you gotta have the right focus of who caused it, David. Alright. Shaw Shooting replied to Shaw Shooting's comment. Okay. Travis Wing Goodsell, doesn't matter who is a member of the church and who isn't. My original post is this. 1. The modern day church doesn't practice polygamy. Yes, they do. 2. The church doesn't go by the term Mormon. Yes, they do. The followers aren't followers of Mormon. Huh? They are followers of Jesus Christ. Oh, are they? That's the reason the church has actively come out multiple times recently stating such. Okay. Shaw Shooting. Where's Jesus? Where is he on earth? Where is he? Where is he living? Where's his address? Where's his offices? You're sure? You don't know? He doesn't have them? Exactly. So they're not followers of Jesus Christ then, are they? He's not around to follow. And so neither are they of Mormon. He's not around to follow. So Shaw Shooting, what Mormons are following are the leaders of the church. The leaders of the church are claiming to follow Jesus Christ. So I got to reply to this. I'm wasting my time when I have to reply. So there's 4 replies here. What's going on with that? Yeah, Shaw Shooting is on the verge of getting booted out. One, LDS Church is still practicing polygamy. My second wife divorced me, but the church doesn't acknowledge the court's ruling, so she's still married to me. Two, the church may not go by the term Mormon, but that's not stopping me or others from referring to the church as Mormon. 3. Where's Jesus? Where does he live? Where are his offices? I guess I missed his latest conference talks. no one is a follower of Jesus, nor Mormon, if they aren't around to lead. It is the church leaders whom Mormons follow. And those leaders claim they directly follow Jesus. So was Brigham Young following Jesus when he declared Adam as Heavenly Father, or when he ordered the practice of polygamy, or when he ordered racism against blacks, or when he ordered women to obey their husbands or commit suicide, or when he ordered the murder of those he called apostates for not believing in his that he was following Jesus. I think that's enough, don't you think, guys? So, Shaw shooting, you got no leg to stand on. You are not Jesus's church. You are not following Jesus. They can't just suddenly change and say, oh, okay, well, that was a past president of the church. We're now following Jesus. Now we are. No, if you weren't then, you aren't now. It doesn't happen that way. You know that. Because otherwise, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is just another Christian church. But you guys know very well from the First Vision account that you're not a Christian church. You are a restoration church. And as a restoration church, if the church is wrong in that they're not following the ancient order of Jesus, then there needs to be a restoration again. It's that simple, people. So I'm expecting to have to boot off Shaw shooting here pretty soon, because I doubt he'll get the message. Alright. Archive that. Next. Temples equals tax-free estate holdings. From Clarity asterisk 11. So that's from my exposes, stats expose corruption of the collapse of the church. Whatever. So, yeah. Thanks for not requiring me to reply. Because now I'm getting all... Alright, Clarity asterisk 11 again is wanting to comment. This time on my LDS Mormon Church translation scandal, a quad, we need no more quad, part 1. Mormon Think was huge in educating me and helping me to get out of the church. Okay? So yeah, Mormon Think is an online site that has the church's position, critics' position, and then a conclusion. So yeah, they've got good resources for that. Their conclusions aren't necessarily correct. Huh. Getting the shakes from getting all riled up. Shaw shooting. Alright, LDS Mormon Temple with fear, now that I'm will fear. I think I typed that wrong. Okay, Christopher DeBona. Out of curiosity, why do you disallow both sides of the conversation? I'm not Mormon, I'm a Christian, albeit not a good one. But I think it does a disservice to hide the other views of your content or suppress the views and opinions of the other side. Just my opinion. I would love to see both sides, not just one. Sorry, Christopher, you're not getting it. I am disallowing abusive comments. There's a difference. If people have a different opinion, that's fine, but I really don't care for opinions either. So now I gotta comment and waste time. Christopher, I do not disallow people from commenting, as you can see from this one video alone. What I disallow are those who comment hatred and abuse. It is not a right or a free speech, but an attempt to destroy the rights of those who would have free speech. Secondly, I don't care for people's opinions, feelings, or beliefs. People are free to have them, but no one is free to impose them onto others. Facts, evidence, and truth are what matter. Thus, people should stop jumping to conclusions. I would like to see sound discussions, not unsound hatred, opinionating. I think I made that word up, I guess. Opinionating. Unsound hatred, opinionating. Okay, was there another one here? No. Alrighty, on to the next one. Your response to comments videos crack me up. Jennifer Flower. My review of backlog comments, part 1. See, Jennifer's a regular, so thanks, Jennifer. Okay. Here looks like Dostoevkov, which looks Russian to me, or Eastern European, which originated as Russian. On my video, LDS Church President Nelson refuses to translate discovered brass plate sandstick of Joseph, but all he does is comment with B.H. Roberts. So are you referring to his history of the church, where he says that Joseph Smith did not translate? So I'm not exactly sure what you're meaning, but I'm not going to bother to respond. Susan, and I've deleted her, so she should not be here anymore. Yeah, this is awful, very worrying. May I ask a question? Is this in reference to the 5G being wheeled out? Okay, LDS Mormon Church President Nelson has a P-tape too. Or because of incitements being rolled out. The other day you mentioned me, outed me as a sort of ignoramus. Please be more patient, as not everyone is blessed with your intellect. You're banned, Susan, so I'm not going to reply. I can't find anything about President Nelson being ambassador to Russia. No, Huntsman is. Did I understand you correctly? This is a sweet person who has been traumatized by the church and has left as a result. So, Huntsman Jr. is the ambassador to Russia. Nelson and his wife took a trip to Russia, I believe in 2011, which in the youth fireside in 2018, she told of that trip. That would have been a perfect time for Russia to get compromat on Nelson. It was this same year that Putin blames the U.S. for interfering in their election. So Nelson's trip that year would have been interpreted as an interference. Okay, here's Carolyn McAuley. I am so sick of hate trash about the church. I hope you have no testimony. Okay, 3 people have replied to her because she's about to get deleted. If you are offended, then you are at fault. Thank you, Zen 101. Haha, I hope you have no testimony. Lamest insult ever. Thank you, Keith Owen. Mark Templane. Carolyn Lothy, wake the hell up. Ooh, dude. She's not a female dog. Relax. You don't need to be abusive. Do your research on history of this cult. Joseph Smith was and he left out the vowel in this one. Pedophile, he married mud-aged girls, has sex with them, blamed it on an angel with a flaming sword. I call, dude, no, sorry, Mark, I have to delete you. You're incorrect. It was Brigham Young who set Joseph Smith up as a polygamist and a pedophile and all that stuff. So I understand your anger and frustration, but I will not allow hate on my channel. Mark Templane. Okay, so Mark Templane's comment was removed for hate speech, though I understand where he's coming from and his frustration for Carolyn's emotional hate response. Mark was incorrect on who is to blame. With polygamy. Brigham Young set up Joseph to take the fall on that. Okay. I am not going to remove Carolyn's comment due to the excellent replies by others, but if I find more hatred and attempts to silence me, I told you guys, you gotta stop the hatred. Alright, so wasn't that Huntsman Jr.? Yes, that's correct. So, okay. So I missed that comment of hers then, I guess. Gloves are off. Keep fighting. XJW solidarity. Jehovah's Witness, I guess. Southern bossy lady. Thanks. And David Hogg. All one really needs to know about the lies on which the church is built is probably, the most important, not the nastiest. That the Book of Mormon is fiction confirmed by LDS itself. The introduction of the Book of Mormon states that Joseph Smith translated the Book of Mormon from gold plates. This is an outright lie, as the LDS Gospel, they were on copper plates. Made from the farm, the coppersmith's shop on the farm that the Smiths were living on. This meant it was dictated using a seer stone. No, that was just the front to fool Martin Harris into paying for the publication of the book. Emma Smith, Joseph Smith's wife, gives the details. The mock gold plates were sometimes not even in the same room when Joseph Smith was dictating to Oliver Cowdery, with his head in a hat with a seer stone. Yes, because people left women out of it. If you're not familiar with is it the Renaissance period in England? That was the period where men did not talk to their wives. They left them out of what they did during the day, the work that they do, the things that they experience, because it was horrifying, and they didn't want to let women in on what they were doing. And so you can see that this was carried over into the new colonies. And so husbands didn't discuss their days with their spouses unless the spouse needed to be brought in on it. So yeah, and so you also got to consider maybe Emma Smith is also trying to give her cover story for Joseph Smith. So you got to take that into consideration. So yeah, I'm not going to respond to it. Alright, so more exposure about LDS Church P-tape and translation scandal. I do not support Mormon faith as well, but I can't take you seriously. Laughing to yourself cynically and maniacally, and when I think you are being sarcastic, it's very hard to tell. Dude, I gotta ban you now. You can't silence me on my manner of speech. That's inappropriate. If you don't like my presentation and my manner of speaking, you can't come out with your opinion on it. That's abuse. Not allowed to abuse. And see, I see 3 people with a thumbs up. So, okay, JXFIT. Hide user from channel, JXFIT. JXFIT has been banned for trying to silence me by not liking my manner of speech and presentation. I keep telling you guys, you cannot spew hate and threats on my channel. I'm just looking at some other guys who have commented. See, Terry Carlson says great. So why didn't JX Fit think it was great? So, dude, you gotta behave. Okay, yeah, there's the Mormon mantra Random Muse. Very poetic. So, I allow Random Muse to go off on his poetic discourse, and obviously I don't need to touch Terry's. Oh, we're at 50 now, with a new one that just popped up here. People are going to academia now to look at me. Alright, gloves are off. Mark Baker with a C. If these people are still alive, then you are not serious. Stop talking and start action. These people are still alive, then you are not serious. I have taken action. Dude, do you not get it? You've not been watching my subsequent videos. So now I got to reply and so now I got to find the video where the cops threaten me. The things they think that I would want to look at. YouTube, they do not understand me and what I'm interested in. Alright, so where's the West Valley City Police? See, this was way back when, man. Gotta keep up. There it is. I just got threatened by Utah Mormon police. And 7 thumbs down. Can you believe that? The hatred of Mormons. You jumped the gun on accusation. Okay. Groundhog Day. Groundhog, better than the prophet. And Dostakov, thank you for the video. The truth will set you free. Okay, he was the one that said B.H. Roberts, so. Alrighty. Russian. Concerns me about Russians. I'm having some financial problems. And just as the time when Russians are starting to appear on Gmail and YouTube and Academia and my website. So something's up, guys. Alrighty, David Hogg. All one really needs to know about the lies which the church built, not the nastiest, but okay. So Charlie McCash on the LDS Church Translation Scandal Explained, and he's quoting scripture. And he didn't get all of the scripture in here. And a multitude of the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, all that distress her shall be as a dream of the night vision. 8. Okay, so this is not Mormon scripture. Should be and a hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he waketh, and his soul is empty. Or as he thirsteth, the man dreameth with faint appetite. Nations fight against Zion. Zion is here. Zion is his church. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Read the whole book of Isaiah. Pray to the Lord about it. Soften your heart. Remove the scales that cover your eyes. Clean the crust from your ears. Listen. Learn to listen. Dude, Charlie, you just got yourself banned, boy. You do not understand Isaiah. Because Isaiah says that the church will be corrupt in the last days. And Jeremiah goes into greater detail on this. So, 40 replies. Ah! Travis is a false teacher and needs to be called out as one. Stop being deceived, people. Okay, Charlie McCash. Gone. So now I got to go to the top. Charlie McCash has been banned for hatred and lies. So how can I know that he was lying about me being a false teacher? Because I'm using stats of the church, facts, and evidence of the church. What is Charlie using? He gave nothing. So therefore, it was his opinion. And he was putting his opinion on my channel to have others stay away from me. That's hatred. That's why you're banned, Charlie. If you can be sound, I will listen. So let's... Charlie McCash has been banned. Why isn't he banned? I know there were 40 comments with him, but... So, sorry guys. I understand that there was a heated debate there, I guess, that I've been missing out on. But, Charlie, he's gone. You don't need to defend me. And if you are going to defend me, make sure that you put it on a separate line rather than a reply to him. Because I will be deleting these people. Those people? Who are you calling those people? There was an episode of Blue Bloods that I watched. It's from season 7, I believe. I don't think it was the newest one. It was one where the Reverend's son is murdered. And he and Tom Selleck's son get into it. Okay. Great video. Keep walking. So Dostikov. Okay. So Don't flatter me, Dostikov. I know this Russian tactic. This other guy, who I've been sharing the brass plates translation with, has also been flattering me. If you're wanting something from me, just come out and say it. Don't flatter me. I will not respond, or I will not respond favorably. I will not take you seriously. See, the police officer in West Valley that I just mentioned, he thought he could flatter me in order to manipulate me to do what he wanted me to do. It didn't work. Alright, necromancy is a sin. Mormons practice it in their temples, baptism for the dead, and ordinances spelled wrong for the dead, all necromancy. Talking to the dead, necromancy. LDS President, Mormon Church, ashamed of the gospel of Christ. So I understand where Treva is coming from, because he claims to have talked with the dead. And Charlie McCash. I know the truth, dude, and you got banned. Lisa Glandorf. Is anyone else disgusted that the father had to work hard to become worthy to go to the temple? How much money do you think he had to pay to catch up on his tithing? Was that something in the oh yeah, his father, Nelson's father, was not very active. Thank you, Lisa. Leisa, two eyes, Glandorf. Okay. Similar to Maria Butina. She has the two eyes in her Maria name. Okay. Don't need to comment there. Okay, we're getting close to an hour, so, and I'm only on 46. Alright, LDS Church President Nelson, temple text still gets it wrong. Byron of Calgary. Byron of Calgary? Is that Canada, Calgary? I'm guessing by the ancient Indian bird symbols on your picture. Well, in 1978, God had it put upon his heart by Joseph the prophet and seer that now that polygamy was banned again for the priests, there was no danger of letting black men into the priesthood. They still weren't allowed to marry the white and delightsome women because the prophet Brigham's death sentence. Does anyone know when black men were finally allowed to baptize dead white folks, or the Jews malice? Are you seriously asking this question? Somebody who doesn't apparently know how the temple names work in the temple. You do all sorts of nations, because they do the genealogy work. They tell Mormons to do your own family, but in the temples, because people want to go in off the street to do baptisms, you know, off the street doesn't really mean anybody. You have to be temple Mormons, but they have to provide names for the temples to do the work. And so yeah, you're doing names from all over the world, from wherever the researchers are getting the names to supply the temple with. And so yeah, you'll recognize names from all over the land, all over the world. So This was done way back then in 1978. So black men have been baptizing dead white folks and dead Jews and dead Maoists for a long time. And the Jews keep getting upset because they don't want Mormons baptizing the Holocaust victims. And yet there's still Mormons who are rebellious and still insist that they need to be saved. It just shows disrespect for the Jews, Mormons. Stay away from them. And I can go into more on that, but we're at an hour, so we'll archive that. And we're at 45 now, so we'll save and upload this, and I'll probably do one more in an attempt to try to get to the latest video on where is it? Oh yeah, call out to save the Constitution in the United States, which now has 3 comments. And so, yeah, I'm all about action, guys, but I can only do it from this chair on the computer. So that's how it works for me. So exit out. And so tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do much on the brass plates either. As you can tell, I'm taking a vacation today. I ran into a realization that I need to do some editing. It's not because it's wrong. It's not going to be understood by anybody. So I have to explain things. So I have to go in and put in the explanations of the explanations. So that's going to take some time. But I did put in the Council in Heaven, if you're familiar, and that'll have to be explained still, but it's in scene 5. And then when I revise it all, I'll go back and put it in my website as well. So tomorrow I'm not likely to be doing any translation work either, because I've got to deal with some financial problems that have sprung up on the weekend. And nobody's available to talk to say, hey, what's going on here? So yeah, it's some serious problems. AT&T took over DirecTV, and now they're charging me double, so I'm going to have to quit DirecTV now and find some other source, as well as my internet. For some reason they say I'm all paid up, I don't have a balance owing, but my bank account is saying they've denied CenturyLink from taking out $175, which they've been doing in 25 increments. So I'm going to have to get a new internet company too, I guess. So yeah, I'm not very happy with what's going on, which is why the Russian emergence lately, I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? Why are you targeting me? I'm poor, I'm not rich, I'm not a prominent person, as you can tell. I have less than 300 subscribers, I think. So why are you attacking me, of all people? So, alright. And attacking me again, because apparently I was among those who were attacked in the first wave, back when politicians and prominent people in America were being attacked. So why me? Why me?